Hi, everybody. It's Craig and Arun back with your NBA action for Saturday, the 25th of October. So we're not quite a week into the NBA season. What's our fifth day, I believe. So we're covering every game for you. All you got to do is hit that like and subscribe button. And if you want in on our absolute top plays for football, we've got a special for you. We went to the boss and said, hey, give us something special. Get the 2-for-1 football pass. You get a week of plays from both of us. So it's usually $99 each. This week, it's just $99 for both of us. So if you get in today, you'll get all the way through this weekend. So I have 5 college football for Saturday. I see us 5 college football. I have 3 plays in the NFL. So a total of 13 plays between today and tomorrow. So make sure you get in on it and get in that NFL and college football plays. Also, if you want to check us out for extra stuff, check out our levels 1, 2, or 3 here. The link is in the description. You get in on and you get a bunch of extra plays. And this is YouTube Premium. So these are different plays than our expert plays. It's just extra value. There are a lot of people that like to play a lot of different games. This is where you get all those extra games. Just 5 games for today. I guess they're smart. They don't want to go against football here. But I think there's some good ones. Let's kick us off with the good one here. I think Bulls and the Magic is a pretty good game. I think both these teams have been pretty surprising so far. A good game by Orlando, a bad game, one good game for Chicago. Magic favored by 6 in a back-to-back spot, though, total 233.
Well, I told you my Hawks are going to beat them in our last video. Since we come at you every day, you watch Craig and I every single day for NBA, which is just phenomenal. We love hanging out with you guys every single day, and we do all of the football plays. I mean, every day you should just watch our video. And then you should go watch our daily video, which has even more specific content. So, I told you the Hawks were so upset from that loss. They faced the Magic, and then they ended up beating them, right? So now Orlando comes off a loss, 107-111. They did beat Miami opening night, 125-121. The Magic, by the way, have not covered a game this year so far. And a couple things I want you to note about this Orlando game that the Hawks here. Number one, Orlando only shot 9 for 32 from three-point land, so that's bad. Number 2, Desmond Bane went 1 for 8 from three-point land, 15 points. They're still trying to figure out that situation with Bane. Bontempo only had 11 points. He went 4 for 15 last game. I do like a prop on him, but Craig knows how I feel about personal props these days. I'm all about team total props. I mean, this stuff, some shady stuff is going on. Having said that, was it you that told me that this might be the best time ever to bet a prop?
Yes.
A player prop? I thought that was very true. I was like, that's very perceptive. So you have a Chicago team that comes off a huge win against Detroit. They had come off that opening loss, or they come off an opening win, right? And 115-111. It was a monster win. They were up big early, but I will tell you that I don't think Chicago's going to shoot 45% from the field. I also think it's a good opportunity. They got like 32 free throws as well. I don't see that necessarily happening either. The Bulls did beat them by 2 points in a really great game back in March, if you remember. They came into Orlando and won that game. I think when you put this all together and as this team continues to figure out what the role is of Desmond Bane is, et cetera, I like the Magic minus the 6 here, Craig. Oklahoma City comes in as a 6.5-point chalk. Oklahoma City is a perfect 2-0. They might never lose another game. Craig, they're the NBA champs. They're the quietest NBA champs we've ever seen. If you ask somebody who the NBA champs are, they'd be like, I don't know, the Celtics. They have no idea that Oklahoma City won last time. Who do you like?
I mean, you don't rarely see you start the year with 2 double OT wins. I think that has juiced up this over a lot because a lot of people just look at the final scores and you're like, oh, this team scored bunches of points. Well, they did because they went into double overtime both games. The first game would have went way under if it didn't go into overtime. So I think, and then the Hawks in a back-to-back spot, the one thing that the Thunder can really do is defend. They have a million perimeter players. They can play switch ball on everything. I think this one goes under tonight, and the Hawks in a back-to-back spot. I don't think they'll shoot as well. Under 235.5, Thunder and Hawks. Next game, we have the Hornets and the Sixers. Sixers favored by 6.5, total 232.5. Both teams came off opening night wins. What do you like here?
What if I told you the Sixers have beaten this team 10 straight times in a row? The last time Charlotte beat Philadelphia was before 2022. I mean, that's been a long time since Charlotte did anything. So Charlotte comes into this game here, obviously coming off the big win against Brooklyn. And it's interesting because they had lost, 8 straight games coming into that game. Scoring 136 points on Brooklyn. I mean, I know it's Brooklyn. Still pretty impressive, right? Charlotte in that game, Craig, had 9 guys in double figures. Okay. For LaMelo only shot the ball 15 times. I think he might be maturing here. He went 7 for 15. You have Miller, you have Knuppel, you have Bridges. It's not a bad lineup at all. You have Diabate and Mann coming off the bench and Sexton coming off the bench. That's pretty good lineup. And when you look at LaMelo Ball, who actually makes this team run, I think he's actually a lot more mature than Lonzo, to be honest with you. I think a couple of years have gone by. Really smart that he's only 24. I think all those years when he was basically a high school kid that just went to the pros, right, out in Europe and so on, out internationally. I think he really matured really well. You have a Philadelphia team coming off a big win against Boston. They have the Magic on deck as well. Do you know Philly needed to score 42 points in the fourth quarter of that game to win? That's a lot of points. They got really lucky, to be honest with you. And I think what happens here, I don't think Philly shoots 40% from the 3-point land. I don't think they get 30 free throws possibly either. I think the Hornets, and I understand it says like 55% of the public is on Charlotte. I don't believe that for a second. There's no way 55% of the public is taking Charlotte plus 6.5 compared to the Sixers at home. I think the actual line in my mind is like 66-33. I'm going to back the Hornets here plus the 6.5. Sometimes I don't believe the consensus polls at all, dude. It's my consensus poll is the only one that matters to me. So in my consensus says the common Joe will be like, yeah, every 2 out of 3 common Joe will be like, I'm taking the Sixers minus the 6.5. There's definitely not 54% saying I want it to plus 6.5. No. Craig, Indiana minus 1.5 point chalk on the road against Memphis. I went against Memphis because I took the Miami Heat, which was a good call. Okay, good call. They won by like 36 points. That Memphis comes off one of the worst losses of the year, 114 to 146. 2 angry teams. What do you like?
Well, I was on the opposite side. I kind of liked the Grizzlies last night. I thought they would go for broke last night because I figure on back-to-back spots they're probably going to be resting some of their veterans that have been so injured in the past, and I think that will be the case tonight. But it kind of worries me. 72% of the public is on the Pacers, which is ridiculous. But I still think the play's the Pacers because I just think the Grizzlies are going to rest 2 or 3 key starters. The news hasn't come out yet, but I think this line tells you that is what's going to happen. Give me the Pacers minus the 1.5. You could even lay the money line if you want. Next game, Suns and the Nuggets. Nuggets played great and lost in overtime in their opener at Golden State. We see the Nuggets favored by 12.5 here, total 234.5. What do you like here?
Yeah, I mean, the Clippers are facing them right now and beating them 130. That was my YouTube premium selection yesterday, and that was bad. And when the Clippers lost on the Jazz, and I told on my daily video that I was like, Clippers are going to be ticked off today, and I was like, I'm going to like the Clippers, and I'm going to like the under, and that looks pretty decent right now. So now the Suns are losing by 30 as I speak. They just beat the Kings, previously, and then they turn around and lose to the Clippers, of course, which we predict consistently. We predict so many things right, Craig. What you have here is a Phoenix team that is now losing by 30 points. Denver comes into this game having lost to Golden State 131 to 137. I mean, they gave up 137 points, which is striking, right? And that's a Denver defense that's going to be mad coming in. I thought Denver played pretty well, but it took 50 points from Gordon. Pretty balanced scoring from Golden State to their credit. And, Denver beat them back-to-back years as well. I think what happens here is probably the under. I just don't see, especially with the Clippers now, having dropped 101 points on the Suns, and we're not even done with the third quarter. So I think what's going to happen here is you're going to see a Denver team as Minnesota on deck that's going to lock up on defense. They're going to shore up a lot of defensive, mistakes, and I think they're going to bounce back with an under here.
All right, so that's what we have for the 5 games for today. Don't forget, make sure you get in on our football plays. Big day of football. We're going to have, between the two of us, we have 10. And I don't think we have any crossover games today. So that's 10 different games. Go over to docsports.com/Craig Arun. For just $99, you get all 10 plays for the college football tomorrow. And then you get plays in the NFL. I think we have 3 plays in the NFL the next day.
Look at all, and if you guys do this, it's 50% off, right? Yep. You can only find it on the video. And if you do this, the boss man will probably let us do it for NBA as well. Let us do it for hockey as well and for all the other sports. So be sure to support it.
All right, guys, have a great day. We will see you again tomorrow. Good luck.